Hello, cooler fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we are going to take a look at the Sama CY360 AIO. Get ready for an amazing box. No information whatsoever. I guess they were in such a hurry to send this out that they forgot, to put the sleeve on it and put the manual inside and stuff. This is one of the early AIOs that they produced. It's not available on their website. Yes, they finally have a website. I found the specs for this on Alibaba. Let's start by looking at the specs on the website. There is more information up above, but this pretty much encapsulates most of the information. So we can see that the pump speed is supposed to be really strong. If that's true, that's fantastic. Ceramic bearings, which are pretty standard. The fans have 800 to 1800 RPMs, 73.59 CFMs, and 2 millimeters of static pressure, which is okay. I mean, the airflow is nice, but the static pressure is kind of low, and it produces about an average amount of noise. Now, it doesn't say here that it does LGA 1700, but above where I have that highlighted, Intel 1700S. It's just not impressive. And there's a little bit more information up here, but really not much. We look at the product. As with so many other brands, it comes packaged in this cheap cardboard tray. The fans have no model number on them, but they are PWM and standard ARGB, and the ARGB can be daisy chained, although the PWM cannot. Kind of understated, right? Let's take a look at it. Just another standard ARGB fan. Nice colors, nothing special. It's not easy to see the LEDs, although you can kind of see them near the base of the hub. So that's okay. And that's the lighting effect when it's on. Listen to this. See if it's going to bother anyone. It seems to have a pretty good range once you get it started. It goes pretty slowly. I can hear the bearings ticking, which, is never a great sign. Oops. Come on. There you go. Well, it's not too bad, not too terribly noisy once it's inside the case. You probably won't notice it much unless it gets up to the higher RPMs. As far as the static pressure is concerned, it seems to be about 1.5 millimeters of static pressure. So that's okay, but again, this is kind of a low pressure. And therefore, my recommendation is that despite the fact that this has got really good airflow, it would be better off if you can get this cheaply than you should replace the fans. If you can't get it cheaply, don't even bother to buy it, because the fans are important and the pump is important. If the pump isn't good, but the fans are good, it can do okay, but there's a limit to what the fans can accomplish if the pump isn't good. Let's take a look at the block. Kind of interesting. I haven't seen this previously, but it comes with this installed like this. So we've got both SATA and then male and female ARGB. standard, I think it's a plus. In my mind, it is. The pump is not in the block. It's right here on the tubes, and it uses a 3-pin connector. As you can see, there are these polka dots here that actually allow the lighting to come through, so we'll take a look at that now. Of course, if you don't want to plug this into your motherboard, you can always just have the lighting being powered by your SATA connector to your power supply. For me, my camera does not, or maybe it's not my camera, maybe it's my monitor. I'm just seeing white. Unless I turn it at an angle like this, then I can actually see the colors. That's what they offer on this. It's got a decent sized copper plate, and the tubes, of course, rotate, as with almost every one that I've seen. Let's see what the sound of the pump is like. All right, so I'm going to use my lapel mic to listen to the pump. I'll try not to talk too much because the lapel mic is much better at picking up sound than this one is, so you get a double.
I'll try not to use both, in other words, so I'll have to just focus on using this one. So we can hear some air in there. That's weird. It sounds like it's slowly spinning down. Lots of air. Let's see if we can do something about that. Seems to be getting better.
Not too bad. That's better than I expected, although I was surprised by the fact that the pump was slowing down after I put it on max speed. I don't know why it was doing that. I don't know if it's because the pump is garbage, because a lot of the earlier Sama products were made with cheap bearings and stuff like that. And even now, many of their products are kind of inferior, and then they also overcharge for them. It's like it's a premium product. And so they've actually managed to amass a lot of money very quickly by selling cheap quality products at a high price. And so now I think what their plan is to use that to produce better products, to move themselves quickly into the mainstream market. But I'm still not convinced that they're worth it. What else can I tell you? Aside from, there is no fill port on here, so you cannot service it by opening a fill port. You would have to disconnect the tube or something else, and that would probably mean you'd have to cut the tube and then reconnect it with a double nipple. Hey, I didn't make the name for the plumbing stuff, but that's what it's called. And the last thing to show you is the mounting materials, or parts, I should say. It does have a syringe of thermal paste that is unmarked, and it includes a spatula. That's a nice little touch. It has a 1:3 PWM splitter, and then, of course, all the nuts and bolts and frames for mounting it. We'll have to see what the test results show. At this point, I'm not really expecting, with its own fans, that it's going to perform spectacularly, especially since it's one of the oldest models that they have produced. But, you know, at least we can see that. And at some point, if I can ever get a job and I can get financial support from my viewers, then I can look at newer Sama AIOs and fans and stuff like that. But at this point, it's not going to happen. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.